Now live from Studio 550, it's McGraw in the Morning on the Big 550 KTRS.
7:38 here on the Big 550 KTRS, KTRS TV as well at KTRS.com. Joining us now is Chet Pleban, who is picking up his mail here. He's been on here. He's got a permanent residence here at Big 550 KTRS. Adam Paul is always welcome. He is the suspended mayor of Ellisville. 3 days of testimony. Are we finished with the testimony now?
Yeah, we're finished with the testimony. There'll be some closing arguments on Monday. I don't know where, actually, and I think probably at 6 or 7 o'clock. I'm not even sure of the time yet.
Yeah, before we get into the details, Adam, you're here. There's a picture in the paper this morning of you having a moment with your daughter and you putting the microphone up to her mouth. How has this been with the family and you dealing with all this?
Well, the family's doing better. It's obviously exhausting, but I'm doing much better than the guy who got shot 4 times on Craigslist for looking at a car, I guess. So I can't complain. But it's been a long 2 months. Not a lot of sleep, and just taking it day by day.
What have you told your daughter? That's what is going on.
My daughter calls me the Mayor Jedi. So what I was doing with my daughter is I was letting her talk into the microphone yesterday because I think she could probably do a better job than the hearing officer and the prosecuting attorney. But no, she was saying order and some other things.
Order in the court. Order in the court. Well,
Exactly.
You know what? She can ask for it, but I don't think she's going to get it. Explain. Chet Pleban, I talked to you yesterday at about noon. You called me and you said that they had already planned to hire these attorneys for the appeal. Explain to people what is going on.
Yeah, well, we learned around noon yesterday that they had a resolution on the agenda last evening at the regular council meeting. And it was a resolution to hire John Maupin and Keith Chung to represent them, to defend them against a lawsuit that Adam would file challenging the decision that they would make. Now, remember, they haven't made a decision yet. Now,
Right.
You and I know they've made a decision, but it just hasn't been publicized.
Right.
So what they're doing is they're hiring lawyers to defend the decision that they're about to make someplace down the road when we file a lawsuit. Now, understand that if they don't remove them as the mayor, there is no challenge to that.
It's one thing to hire lawyers to get ready for a lawsuit they see coming, but they hired lawyers that are sitting in the courtroom in judgment of the impeachment case in which they're going to get sued on.
Yeah, now Keith Chung is the prosecutor, okay? But John Maupin, of course, had a dual function, which we challenged at the very beginning of this. His function was to act as quote, the hearing officer, which is a judge, rules on the objections, rules on the motions, etc., while at the same time representing the interests of the council. And we said from the very beginning, you can't serve two masters. He's got to keep them out of trouble. That's his job, representing them. And to keep them out of trouble, he can't be fair and impartial. He's got to be biased toward them.
We are going to come back, talk more about what happened yesterday, including your dress down of Kevin Bookout, who was the city manager.
Unbelievable.
But has 3 days of testimony, 3 days of trial. Has Paul Martin, the city attorney, reared his head anywhere during this?
Where's Waldo is still out there. We're looking for Waldo. Apparently, this is interesting. One of the lawyers, whatever his name is, with Keith Chung's office, made the comment, apparently, that he doesn't know where Martin is. Now, understand that Martin's the mastermind and all this stuff. He doesn't know where he is, but probably he didn't show up because I'm too abrasive. Now,
here's the line in the St. Louis Post-Dispatch this morning. Patrick Chasing, I guess, said he suspected Martin didn't show up because Pleban was exceptionally abrasive to him during the deposition and didn't want to further subject himself to the treatment. I agree. I wouldn't show up either.
Well,
You're being exceptionally abrasive.
But here's the thing. If you mastermind a conspiracy to get rid of a sitting mayor who's trying to do a job and trying to represent his constituents, believe me, that is not going to be well received in my world. And so you have an experienced city attorney that's afraid to come who masterminded this whole thing is afraid to come to court to sit in front of the citizens of Ellisville and answer my questions. That's the bottom line.
Hold that thought. Adam Paul is with us, suspended mayor of Ellisville, along with his attorney, Chet Pleban. We're going to come back and find out why the city council wants to remove him as mayor. We'll do that in just a moment. Traffic, weather, sports, straight ahead. Big 550 KT.